Up YouTube. Christopher Box here again. This video is going to be about another wrestling topic. That wrestling topic is, I'll give you one hint. I'll fade away and classify myself as obsolete. That's right, I'm talking about the Broken Hardy characters. More specifically, the Broken Hardy characters in WWE. The Broken Hardy characters in the WWE has like a 99% chance of getting over. Be it that Vince doesn't screw with the characters. But as for right now, it doesn't look like we're going to get the Brother Nero and Broken Matt characters inside the WWE. Because of TNA. Now, I don't understand this. Someone help me to understand why TNA or Anthem, or I don't know who has control over that kind of stuff. Someone try and help me understand why Impact Wrestling will not let them, why they won't let WWE use the broken characters. I mean, it's not like Impact Wrestling is a dying company anyway, right? I want TNA to succeed, but it's literally holding on to a thread. It's literally holding on to a thread. But the thing that gets me is that the broken characters, I don't think TNA has the right to do that. Hold the broken gimmicks hostage, you would say, because at the end of the day, it wasn't TNA who, well, Impact. It wasn't Impact's, they're not Impact characters because Impact did not create the characters. It was Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy who created the Broken Matt and Brother Nero. But I thought the WWE had this all planned. I thought it was all planned out. Okay, we made a deal with TNA. They agreed to let us use the gimmicks. And lo and behold, they're basically being 4 to 5 year olds and not letting them have the gimmicks because they think they're theirs. And I'll admit it. We hear it all the time in WWE now because the Hardys are back. Delete obsolete. Delete obsolete. Delete obsolete. Now, with that being said, if they brought in the Hardys, well, if they brought in the Broken Hardys, I would not want, what I would not want to see it, well, what I would like to see is they split Jeff and Matt up. So Jeff Hardy can be Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy can be broken Matt Hardy. That would be wonderful. Oh. And what is it with TNA? I mean, honestly, what's with their logo? It's a freaking owl! But maybe a freaking owl, but I guess it has something to do with professional wrestling when it has nothing to do with professional wrestling. I don't know why I think I know why Jeff Jarrett and Dutch Mantell are back with TNA, and it's because they want to try and save it. Well, if Jim Cornette could not save it, if Roddy Piper could not save it, if Dusty Rhodes could not save it, it can't be saved. It can't. I mean, you can resurrect something that's on the verge of death, which TNA is. TNA is on the verge of death. The only problem is that people think that TNA can be a competitor for WWE. They thought it all the way back in 2002, and some people are still thinking it now, when I will agree, back in 2002, it was awesome, but they only ran once a week. They only ran once a week, therefore it was fresh every single week. But then you bring Little Miss Dixie Carter in when Jeff Jarrett left the company, and she screws it all up by bringing in Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan. A lot of people blame Hulk Hogan for the downfall for TNA. But no, I say that it can't be Hogan and it can't be Bischoff. You gotta look at the end all. Who is the end all be all of decisions? Dixie Carter. At that time, it was Dixie Carter. When Dixie Carter has no idea how to run a wrestling business. Dixie Carter brought in Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff, and a whole bunch of ex-WWE and WCW stars. Granted, Jeff Jarrett did that too. And Jerry. However, they knew when to keep it to a minimum. where Dixie Carter was spending her father's money. Invested into TNA all around the world, and now they're surprisingly shocked that all their investors want their money back. Only problem, they don't have enough money. TNA is not sinking faster than the Titanic. It's just barely keeping afloat. So why did I say that? Why did I say something about Dixie Carter and about TNA? It's because TNA needs to get their head, needs to get off of Cloud 9 and come careening back towards Earth. If WWE offered you $100,000 for the broken gimmicks, they probably wouldn't take it. But now if you offer them like $100 billion, they would probably take it, right? No, because TNA actually thinks that the broken characters belong to them. When in all actuality, they made decisions that someone wanted. I mean, they profited great, but it wasn't their idea. It was the Hardy Boys' idea. It was the Hardy Boys' idea. TNA reminds me so much of WCW in its dying days. But when you brought in this broken character, it made TNA interesting again. But now when the biggest wrestling company in the world wants to use those gimmicks, you say no. And I don't get that. I think I've spoken long enough on this subject. I will bring another video to you shortly. This has been Christopher Box. Peace.